Here in Miami. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Ritter with it after the play fake. And his first pass is incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Tua going to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Mostert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost start, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Going play action, Ritter. Short throw, caught by Pitts. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Ritter back to throw. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On play action, here's Ritter. Rolling to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
On second down, Ritter. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson from 13 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored one.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Richie Graham. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first and 10 at the 40. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Nice call from the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. Going for it on fourth down. It's Ritter. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love this large body tight end.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. To the air again, it's Ritter. Right back to Pitts again. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play out.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts on the receiving end from Desmond Ritter. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he fires one, but incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Open man is chosen. He's got him. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. On play action, here's Tua. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Complete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. And right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here's a screen for Robinson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run for it with Robinson going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Ritter. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Ritter. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Touchdown! Cordero Patterson as the first half is winding down. And the would extend their lead here just before halftime. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And how about that for just running out the clock? And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Tua, a final shot before half. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question, and neither is another pick 6.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 22 yards there, a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Play action, now it's Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Ritter to throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are able to stretch out their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Bring it in.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Tua to try again on second down. And he coughed it up. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, You know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Ritter now. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Going for it on 4th down. It's Ritter. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary this time. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 36 yards. And the Falcons have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means after...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Meanwhile, Ritter's throw complete to Hollins. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Going play action, Ritter. This one into the hands of Pitts. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Algier, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. On play action, here's Ritter. Sliding out, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ritter punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Ritter on the 4th down try. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. On first down, Tagovailoa. The short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. That ball caught, it's chosen. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference.
Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll buy some time right. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. This is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter, as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game,
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over. You bragging ignorance. You lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious. I feel my raptors. You ever been in my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights of